You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Supernatural After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Supernatural After Show.
We'll just let the music play. So just so you guys know, you guys can just, hang out for the next 12, 15 minutes while this song goes off.
Please don't stop.
Welcome to AfterBuzz TV, everybody. I am Tom Connolly, and this is the Supernatural After Show. Sitting across from me, you know her, Lindsay Wagner. How you doing, Lindsay?
Hey, Tom. How's it going?
It's awesome tonight. Awesome episode tonight.
Awesome episode
Yes.
tonight. We're really happy to have
Thank
Lindsay
you.
McKeon, our special guest here tonight.
Hello, everybody.
Great to have you here.
Thank you. It's good to be here. Better to hear this song, but
Then we'll just wait until it goes off.
We just listen to the next 7 minutes.
zone
Yeah.
out for a little bit.
But yeah, we're very happy to have you here. You play Tessa.
I do.
You're in this episode.
I was.
And I was sad.
Spoiler.
I
It
was
so
sad.
great to hear your reaction.
I was very upset. I was upset. I wanted to ask you when we were sitting there watching, and I would be like, "Can you just tell me if you die in this episode?" I really wanted to, but I was like, "I'll wait and see what happens."
Good for you.
Yeah, and I was upset because you did die in this episode. But a really good. I thought next week's season finale, so everything's kind of really ramping up. We'll get into the episode. Basically, what it comes down to, there's a lot of angels killing themselves in the name of Cass, and killing other angels and humans now in the process. We see a little girl in an ice cream shop who is an angel. Another angel comes in, he kills himself. He has they're like, sorry, that was my phone.
Wow.
I know.
Tom.
Shame on you.
What?
Hey. It's been how many episodes? 22 episodes?
20.
Come on. I get one pass. But yeah, so
Better be your wife.
it probably was. I don't know. I'll have to ask her later. I'll see you after the show. But Sam and Dean are coming to find Cass because he kind of calls him and says, "I need your help." And Dean wants to bring the first blade with him, and Sam's like, "No, we're not bringing it." And Dean kind of says, "Okay, fine, I won't bring it." But Dean's lying because that's Dean.
He lies.
He's got that
Constant
way
liar.
about him.
Yes. He just looks at him in his eyes. He's like, "Oh, okay, fine." He's like, "We're not going to bring the blade." But we find out later that he obviously brings it because he's addicted. It's like his drug now, the blade for Dean. And I asked Lindsay, I was like, we were sitting there, I'm like, "So did you get to see the first blade?" And this is early, and she's like, "Oh yeah." I was like,
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, "No." But Lindsay, what do you think? Lindsay.
Well, that's confusing.
Yes, it is. Lindsay, that's always on the show.
What did I think about?
of Dean.
Well, we all knew this was going to happen, that he was going to lie and bring the blade anyway. I didn't think I didn't think the use of it would be a sacrifice. That was definitely a surprise. Knowing that you were that was the whole point of what you were doing in this, seeing this episode, seeing that happen. I didn't know it was going to come off that way, and the repercussions that followed with them thinking that Dean.
You've been in. This is your 4th episode you've been in.
Yeah.
And in every episode you've played a really big part in their storytelling of everything. I think there was the last one you were in where Dean became death for a day, and you were with him, and that was Dean not wanting to go against what he felt like. He didn't want to kill the.
Well, he sort of
girl.
always believes that he's right.
Yes.
He's a little self-righteous.
Yeah.
So Tessa always kind of comes in to say, well, maybe you are not. Let's
Yes.
try and see another perspective here.
Yeah, which I think is good, and it's like a good balance. And as we know, Supernatural, at least this season, loves to kill off the women.
I asked you what it's like to work with everyone on Supernatural.
It is always incredible to work with everyone on Supernatural. Like I've said a million times, the boys are super good guys, just sweethearts. And Jensen and I have actually known each other probably for over 15 years now. Since
Oh, wow.
he was on Days of Our Lives and I was on Saved by the Bell, the new class. We were on the same set together at NBC. So we originally met back then, and it's nice. It's like seeing an old friend and an old buddy. So when you go into that work environment, it makes everything so easy. They're playful. They've been doing it forever. It's, you know, it's not stressful. It's not pressure filled. Everybody has a good heart there.
Are there any like practical jokes and stuff? put on
Always.
set?
Are you kidding? They never stop.
I feel like we see lots of YouTube videos from somebody, you know, like little videos like them throwing a pie. Didn't they throw a pie in, was it Jared or Jensen that they pied the other day? I think Cass was the leader of it. I can't remember what it was for now.
Well, when you get a set of all boys and they're killing off women,
Yeah.
it's
All the
going to be
time.
practical jokes constantly.
Were there any play while you were there? Anything?
There weren't practical jokes. There's poking and fun being had constantly and consistently. So if you can't take it, then shouldn't be on the show. But if you love that, then
It seems like it'd be really a lot of fun.
And you
it's
did
a lot of fun.
You did mention that you and Jensen met when you were working on Guiding Light. Are you?
Oh no,
No, Saved by
I
the
was
Bell.
working.
You were working on Saved by the
but
Bell.
I know you want to ask. Me
I want to
about
ask you
Guiding Light, Lindsay.
because Guiding Light was my favorite soap opera as a little kid. Probably started watching it like 4 or 5 years old, no joke. And grew up with the Mara Lewises and answered the difficult ones.
No, I love soaps and I love what the show did for me, and it was a huge training ground. I got to live in New York City as a 19-year-old, nominated for Daytime Emmys. I'm incredibly grateful for that experience. But for me, the essence that's shown on a big screen, that there's no denying. You can't hide.
Yeah.
You're so big, like you just can't fake it up there. And to me, the realer, the
I'm trying to think. I have a couple questions I wrote down too. Yeah, I said, you know, what is it like to be on set? And you said you were there for like 2 weeks.
yeah.
Yeah, every day.
No, not
just-
for this one.
Okay.
I had a lot of downtime, which sometimes gets lonely, being in a foreign country and having no friends. But at the same time, I got to spend a lot of time doing yoga and going and finding cold pressed raw juiceries.
Nice.
Like, what healthy things can I do while I'm here? And I have another day to kill. And by the end, I went shopping.
Nice.
Do you like the direction that the show is going?
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Because you have. I mean, you can't. But you like.
It's
You do enjoy the
good.
way the show is going.
I do. I definitely do. Season 6, so much has changed. And even the quality and the lighting and things have changed,
cool.
which is interesting for me to notice.
And is it all like the crew is all the same that you've been
Yeah,
with? Like
I
all
mean,
those.
the DP was the same, the producers are the same, a lot of the same
Yeah.
people, a lot of the same faces.
Awesome. That's so cool for like them to just, you know, especially for you just, you know, jumping back in. It's like, you know, you
It's
you never
They're
family.
like,
left.
hi, Lindsay.
Yeah.
Like, hi, guys. So great to see you.
Oh, that's great. It's like a family.
Yeah.
It is a total family environment.
That's awesome. But yeah, so let's get back. So Metatron is checking himself out in the mirror, wearing a trench coat.
It's adorable.
Yeah, trying to, you know, emulate Cass and, you know, find what Cass's like mojo is of why all these people are, you know, want to join him and, you know, fight with him. And, you know, he says that he's, you know, they're basically losing the Cass. All of the angels are kind of siding with him. He has a meeting with Tyrus, who we find out is a avid bowler now that he's been on Earth. And do you guys find it surprising that they don't have a bowling alley in heaven?
I think they have everything in heaven.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they've got everything.
No, but he was like, "Well, I can make this for you."
It's not
If-
the same. It won't smell the same.
But he could.
Heaven smells sweet.
I guess, but
Earth is
if he
empty.
wanted it to be whatever it could smell like,
And
I'm sure
I
he could
feel
do
like
whatever
in
he wanted.
heaven, everyone would be great bowlers.
Yes.
Yeah, they probably would.
So this way, it's a challenge,
No
and he actually has to
competition.
actually
Yeah.
be really, really good.
Yeah, and he's playing against humans, so it's not. Yeah,
So he's great.
yeah.
Almighty, powerful one.
Yeah. But so he kind of he says, "Hey, if you want to, you know, if you can beat me in bowling, I'll join your side." Metatron does not beat. I wish we would have kind of saw more of the game. I was
He's like,
yeah, yeah.
oh, he probably can kick his butt.
Yeah, but why did he lose? Like, well, no, I think this whole thing was, from what we find out later, it was all a setup by Metatron, which I think this whole thing, the whole kind of arc of the season, has been him setting everything up, telling Cass to go start this army of angels, and he knew that Cass would get a big following because everyone does like Cass and they are attracted to him, and in that way that they want him to be a leader.
So what are his greater plans?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah. I think he wanted him to do that so that it would look like he's losing, and then he gets all these guys to go, oh well, you guys say you're sacrificing yourself for Cass, so then they all turn on him, and now they go back to Metatron because he can get them back into heaven. So I don't know. He's a schemer, this Metatron.
He is. Hey, Tom, do you know that we have a caller?
Oh, we do.
Should we take a caller?
Yes.
Should we take a caller?
Yeah.
I've never had this before.
I know, this is exciting, isn't it?
Hello, caller.
Oh. They're calling back. Call back.
Yeah.
They're excited.
Don't ask a scary question.
Hello.
Hello.
Is anybody on the line?
God.
Aw.
Metatron.
Oh, sorry, wrong number.
Oh, wrong number. Oh, sorry.
Is he serious?
I don't know.
Well, you just got airtime, friend.
Yeah. Thank
You're
you for
super
being on
famous.
AfterBuzz TV.
How do you know it was the wrong number?
Yeah.
Keep talking.
But yeah, so we find that Metatron is scheming this whole time, setting Cass and the guys up for this,
He's writing
big
this, though.
reveal.
We have to
We
kind
don't-
of wonder if
Yeah.
he's writing this or if it's really just playing out this way.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll have to find out next week.
We'll find out
but-
next week. She knows. I know she knows.
I know something.
Oh,
Oh well, that's okay. We'll wait. I can wait against.
we're going to be
another week.
tweeting you next week.
Yes. And be like, did you know this? Did you know that? What did you know?
What exactly did you know?
Yeah. And Metatron loses the bowling game, and then we finally see Dean, who is torturing one of Cass's angels, and she says that Constantine and Tessa are working. They all work together at the hospital. So Dean knows Tessa right away, and he tracks her down instantly, and is like, and he meets her outside of I think it's outside
Jesus
of a
Christ
theater.
Superstar.
Yeah. So she was going. Is that what it was?
Jesus Christ Superstar musical.
Of course.
Nice. And Dean meets up with her, and he sees that she is going to be sacrificing herself, and stops her from doing that. Takes her back to Cass's lair or headquarters, whatever they are, which we still don't exactly know where they are. What was it?
What would you call
Yeah,
it?
what was that?
Headquarters.
Was it
Headquarters.
just headquarters?
Angel
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Gotcha. Is it like a set that they have, or is it like something like a?
No,
Something-
it's a location that they had that used to be, don't quote me on this, like the old gas company.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So almost everything was already there, and they just lit up the board.
Oh wow.
Cool.
That's cool.
It looks really cool.
Yeah, we thought it was like a telephone.
Yeah, we
like
thought-
an old telephone company or something like that with
Yeah.
that light up, with the board and everything. That's awesome that everything was there
It
for them.
was so neat.
Yeah, that's cool. So Dean takes her back, and he's got to interrogate her, find out what Tessa knows. What does Tessa know?
Interrogation.
And she says there is no God, only Cass, which I think is kind of interesting for her to say.
Well, I say that to my angel, to another angel.
Oh yeah, okay, yes. And then Dean takes her in the room, and the other angels won't let him in there with the blade because he knows Dean is going to try to kill her, or if she gets a hold of it, well, you probably
I don't
wouldn't
think they know
sacrifice
that.
yourself
I
there.
don't think they would
but
know that.
They didn't. I don't think they knew that
They knew that.
she was willing to sacrifice herself.
Well, but you had the marks
Well,
on you,
I
though,
had
right?
the mark,
yeah.
and they knew I just came from the auditorium.
Yeah.
But I still don't think they would
no,
think
but,
that I would do it on.
But I don't think you would do it there, probably.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, just in case. They didn't want Dean.
They didn't want Dean to do it.
No.
They knew. I think
Yeah.
they knew
Nobody
Dean
wants
would be using it or playing with it or.
But you know what they didn't do?
what he does.
They didn't do. They're like, all right, well, give us that blade, but we're not gonna
No
check
body
you
check?
for yes. They're not gonna check him for any other weapons he's gonna have on him. It's Dean Winchester. You know he's gonna have more than one weapon.
He's got
on
a
him.
back-
What about
up.
this one?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I thought the scene with you and Dean in the interrogation room was, I think, really important to the overall this episode, and just you know, him asking you who you work for, and like you're saying like humans don't matter in the grand scheme of things because you're hearing all these other fallen angels and fallen
Screams.
Yeah, that you know, or actually by humans and
Humans,
angels,
too.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that
The lost souls. is that what you
yes,
said?
that need to get to heaven, but you can't
Right.
do anything. So
And a few people in the grand scheme don't matter
Yeah,
when it comes to hundreds of thousands.
yeah, the people that need to get up into heaven, you can't do your job that you
Correct.
are supposed to be doing. And he kind of asks you like, why are you doing this for an angel? Which I thought was kind of oh, that's what I said. Sorry, I'm reading my extensive notes, and
detailed
I was writing way too much down for this episode. But you know, Dean pulls out the first blade, and you basically say you want to help them, but you can't. And death seemed quiet to you, so you're like, well, I guess if I have to go out, at least I'll go out fighting for a good cause. If
For a
you're
good
going out
cause.
for Cass and helping defeat Metatron in the end. And Dean pulls out the first blade, and you sacrifice yourself onto it.
Which is one of the coolest ways to die.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, you won't take me, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm taking myself.
Yes. And
And pinning it on you, kind of.
Yeah.
A little bit of sweet, a little bit of sweet revenge right there.
And take that.
yeah. And I was upset in the room. Because
I was upset.
I wanted you to stay. I was like, oh, maybe she'll come back for season 10.
I was hoping. I was
I don't
hoping
know.
you were gonna stick around.
Who
You
knows?
never
Maybe you
know.
can, exactly.
I would like to.
That'd be awesome. You could definitely come back, because how many people have come back on this show? So
That have
you
died.
definitely could. Yes, you definitely could.
Yes.
But yeah, so and of course the angels walk in right after that and think that Dean killed her himself, which obviously that's what they're gonna think. It definitely looked like it. And I like that you thanked Tessa thanked Dean for letting her out of this and letting her not have to deal with all these souls in her head and screaming and everything.
Who better to do it than Dean?
Exactly. Yeah. I guess everyone kind of can say. Most people on the show can say they've been killed by Dean Winchester. But Sam and Cass come back, and obviously they're both very upset with Dean, because, well, Sam is really pissed at Dean because he brought the blade with him, which is,
Dean lied. What else
yes,
is new?
exactly. It is what else
There's
is
no
new.
reasoning with him.
Yeah. Come on, Sam. You're the smart one. You went to college in this.
Don't believe him.
Yeah. And then Cass gets a call from Metatron. Metatron can Skype from heaven.
FaceTime.
Yeah, FaceTime or Skyping. And Metatron calls Cass out on everything that has happened. Basically tells all the other angels about his stolen grace, and that he only cares about Cass and the boy and Dean and Sam. And I don't remember what her name was. The kind of his lead advisor, Cass's lead advisor, basically tells Cass, all right, well, you need to punish Dean for killing Tessa, and that's what you need to do, to show us that we're on your side, that we can trust you again. And Cass, obviously, he loves Dean. He's not gonna hurt
He
him.
just won't do it.
No, he just won't.
I thought for a second.
That he
I
was going
did
to?
think
Yeah.
for a second
Cool.
there was
I
a
did.
look. They did.
Contemplation.
They did a great, moment where he's looking and he's genuinely thinking about what he needs to do in order to restore heaven. So for a moment, I was like, oh gosh,
They
he could
held
really.
it a really long time.
Yeah,
Yes.
And he even had a little, a head
Evil,
thing where
yes.
it's I'm sorry, buddy, but I think I kind of got to do it.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was great. It was great on everybody's part there with the whole lynch mob staring at him and wondering what's going to happen. So it was
Yeah, I thought it was good. It definitely.
good build up.
I thought maybe he would at least cut him or something, just to at least show that he's gonna hurt him, or at least try to do something, or maybe take him into the interrogation room and make them think he was hurting him, or just try to get them back on his side. But we just know Cass's weakness, which we were told by Metatron, is that he loves humanity, and he can't. He wants to save everybody, and Cass essentially kind of wants to be God, but not really. I think he wants to be a savior to everyone, but he can't because he just almost cares too much. Does that even make any sense? I think he just cares. He just really cares about Sam and Dean too, and will obviously not hurt them. He's hurt them over the years, but I think he finally has come around to. He knows that he has to trust them, now, or at least he needs somebody he can trust. So they get back to the bunker, and Dean is definitely way possessed by the blade now. And he just calls out Sam. He's like, this isn't a team anymore. We're not a team. He's like, this is a dictatorship, and I'm in charge. So stop being a little baby, and let me do what I can do with my blade and go kill Metatron, because I'm the only one that can kill him now. And, Cass... Dean does believe Cass that he wasn't the one, having these angels, like, do these, like, suicide missions on, on all these other angels and humans. And then we see Gadriel arrive in the bunker.
And he had a conversation with Metatron prior, pointing out the fact that he recruited Tessa and Constantine, and here they go blowing themselves up, and that was not his plan.
I'm guessing that he showed up looking like Cass?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Which I think it would have been... I wish we would have maybe seen something like that. Maybe... Did you guys shoot it? Was there any other extra scenes you shot or anything like that?
No, but
okay.
no.
Oh,
No,
okay.
but it was implied, and I think it was implied by Metatron trying on the trench coat as well. I think that
Oh,
was
gotcha.
part of it.
So maybe it was Metatron, not Gadriel. Well, yeah, I guess it was, but Gadriel did say he was the one that recruited him, so maybe, yeah. I guess he
He was
probably
just like,
appeared
will
as
this
Cass.
work?
Yeah, yeah.
Am I too short?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I really do like the Metatron character. I like the actor.
He's cute and
The-
quirky.
he's really good and really funny, and I mean, I feel like he's may not be around after next episode, but I would like him to be around, because I think he brings a lot to the, a lot of humor to the. To
I
the
like
episodes.
Crowley more.
I do like Crowley more too, but
I've got a little affinity for Crowley.
What if Metatron and Crowley teamed up? That'd be a good team. That'd be like an unstoppable team, I think. Yeah.
That would be, but that would be like Abaddon, and I mean, she's not around anymore, but them, like we said, maybe some sort of romance between the two of them. And
A romance
now
between
that
Crowley
can't happen.
and Metatron? Oh.
No, not Crowley and Metatron, Crowley and Abaddon. That can't happen anymore. My dreams are squashed.
Yes. So Gadriel shows up. He basically says, I'm going to give up Metatron. I'm going to help you guys. I know that he can't be trusted. Which I think, it was kind of, put in his mind weeks ago when he kind of gave up Gadriel to Sam and Dean when he was writing that story of, he gets caught by them, and they, Dean almost killed Gadriel back then, but he needed to keep him alive to get Cass back. But Dean was not having it this time. And we thought, oh, this is all good. This is going to be awesome. Gadriel's going to help them. He's going to show them where Metatron is. And Dean was not having it. And Dean just cut him up, filleted him up with the blade.
I have a question. Is Dean lefty? Because you have to shake. When you shake, you shake.
Yeah. But
Right?
And did he come out
Wait.
this way? He shook him with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He shook with the right hand.
Yeah.
So he was left. I mean, he did.
No, because he killed me with the right hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I think he's.
It
I
was
feel like
just
he's
his
right-handed.
sneak attack.
Yeah,
That
I
was
think
just
it
a
was.
sneak
Yeah.
attack and just
Yeah.
across.
He's ambidextrous.
Okay.
He's been fighting
He
a
can
lot.
kill
He's
with
a
both
lot.
hands,
Yeah.
guys.
Dean is a lot of things.
Yeah. So Sam and Cass try to stop Dean, but obviously, Gadriel is gonna die probably. I thought Cass was gonna steal his grace. I think maybe the next week, because you could definitely
might
tell
see that.
the way his grace was coming out of him.
Were you surprised by that?
That he killed him. Yeah, I was. I really thought he was gonna help them. I really thought he was gonna be on.
We all were
a part of the
surprised,
team.
right? Were you
Yeah.
surprised?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I thought, he was going to be the only benefit that they would have on their side to getting, because he said he knows where Metatron is. He can get them, he can get everyone back on their side by explaining what Metatron was doing.
Yeah.
And
And it looked like they trusted him, and he was trustworthy. And it looked like everyone was
I mean,
going in that direction.
Yes, I mean he was he was at the beginning of the season he was helping Sam heal. He was not, he was kind of working both sides then, but he still was helping Sam
he still healed
to
Sam.
keep him alive. Yeah, that was the first 10 episodes
Yeah.
of this season. So he still had good in him, and he had good intentions. I think he just picked the wrong side to be on. He just picked Metatron because he thought he was really going to help him and take him back up to heaven. So then for next week we see Dean says he gets his high from the blade, and
Crowley says to him, the more you kill, the better you'll feel.
yeah.
Yikes.
And it seems like Dean has set a trap for Metatron, and has caught him essentially in this kind of like, circle that they always, draw. But it looks very different than what we've seen. So I think maybe they find something that is able to
Keep
hold,
him for
hold
once?
him. Yes. Because even before when they caught him, when they had him in the fire and he just blew it out because he's that powerful. And the little side story was Dean not trusting Cass at first too, and sending Sam with him, which kind of goes along with what I feel like we've been saying, that we think like the end of this season's going to end with Sam being teamed with Cass and Dean now joining sides with Crowley, and we think that Dean is going to be the bad guy next season, which I think would be an awesome way to end it. Them.
I don't think he'll
brother
be-
versus brother.
I don't think he'll be total bad guy next season. I think he's still going to kind of play along, but by the time we get to the end and the finale, that he will be like the king of hell. He will take over in the underworld and the dark.
Wow.
I think that's a good. If you're gonna end the show, ending the show, I think that's a way to end it. Have Sam have his nice normal life on Earth, and Dean be killing because that's what Dean loves to do. Like Dean doesn't love anything anymore. He just loves to kill people. So just let him be the king of hell, or let him. I think he will have the. If he has like all of his memories that he has already, like he will be kind of fair still, but know that if you did something wrong or you did something really bad, well then you deserve to be in hell. I think that's just how Dean thinks. He thinks that if you do something wrong, you deserve to be killed.
King of darkness.
And
Yes.
remember, the Angel Flagstaff, the doctor, had said to him that she was nothing like him because he plays a hero, but he's really a killer with all this blood on his hands, where she actually saves people's lives. And I mean, that kind of had him thinking and maybe regretting something. Do you think that there were any regrets in his mind for killing people?
For seconds, maybe.
Yeah.
Like,
It
It was a momentary lapse.
And then that other
Yeah.
instinct
Yeah.
kicks in.
And then
like,
he like
no, I'm right.
Yeah,
I must kill people.
Yes, and that is Dean. I mean, he does think he's right about everything, and he doesn't. I don't think he. Do you guys think he trusts Sam anymore?
Well, I
Or-
don't know. I mean, maybe he doesn't trust him, but I don't think it was so much that he didn't trust Sam or even Castiel. I think he wanted them away from him.
Yeah, and
He
we've
has
kind of
his
seen that
own
already.
mission.
Yes, he does. Yeah, and
I think he's trying
we
to
saw
save
that-
them.
We saw that last week where he, told Sam to go away so he could kill Metatron.
Killed
Yeah.
Abaddon.
Or Abaddon, yeah. And then this week he sent Sam and Cass to go do, find that other angel that was missing. That was, they were sacrificing
Gory
themselves.
looking.
Oh, that was great makeup work on that guy.
That was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
That was so
A little too
brutal.
much. And then he started
Yeah.
talking. It was like, oh! I thought we just
Where
had to
do
look
I
at him from
look?
far away.
But great
Great makeup, yeah.
special effects, like all
Fantastic
that,
makeup.
yeah. He definitely looked like he was
Burnt to a crisp. He looked like a marshmallow.
Yeah.
Toasted
Oh.
marshmallow.
Which we haven't seen anything really like that this season. Like,
I mean,
more-
we've seen some good death scenes and some good action
Mm-hmm.
sequences and ways to kill people. And like in the beginning when the girl got thrown from the car and was kind of like,
yeah,
but we really haven't seen anything super duper gory and
Mm-hmm. yeah, like
gross
really, really creepy.
that
like
makes
that.
me look
Which
away
I'm
and
okay
scream.
with
Yeah.
not seeing that.
I'm the girl screaming in the trailer usually as the guys are sitting there. I'm going, oh my gosh.
And then we're like, what? And you're like, just that guy on the screen. And I was like, oh, okay. No,
They're like fine
I'm
with
used to
it.
seeing
Yeah.
that all the
They're
time.
fine. I'm the wuss.
but overall, I thought a really great episode.
Really moved the story.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any other questions from the fans? For Lindsay?
No, I asked the two that Miss Erica, thank you for asking,
Thank
had
you,
asked.
Erica.
Okay.
Ooh, Roy has got
Roy
a question for us.
So Lindsay, you've been in TV for a while. What's the big difference from before when you first started out to now? Like how sets are different, or just how it's filmed and all that jazz?
Oh my goodness. How sets are different.
Or just in general, like is there
Everything is different.
Well,
I mean,
even
the whole industry. You mean Supernatural? Everything. The whole industry is completely different. The process of getting hired is different. Where jobs are being filmed is different.
Do you have like any advice for
There's
people?
so much more green screen. There's a lot less happening, like in the real elements. It's rarer and rarer to be in nature filming.
Like more like you're like in a room. Where it's,
Exactly.
Like,
They're like,
green
no,
screen."
we got
Yeah.
this. Don't worry about blowing up that car. You don't get to see it. We'll do it back here on the computer.
Oh,
Even
that's
from-
not fun.
I
No,
know.
that part's not fun.
I
No.
know.
Even from working on One Tree Hill, which you did for 5 years, to now Supernatural, major differences. Obviously, a totally different type of show. But, now Supernatural is on CW and One Tree Hill was on CW and WB. So kind of
Yeah,
a
the
similar
WB.
audience, maybe. But,
Well,
well,
it's so funny because even on Twitter, some people watch Supernatural, they watch One Tree Hill, but they are different fans. Hugely vastly different
Yeah.
fan base. The One Tree Hill are like One Tree Hill till I die, and Supernatural or Supernatural till I die.
Oh, and there was someone that sent us a message on Twitter, and they asked if you would ever do one of these Supernatural conventions.
I have actually.
Oh, you have? Oh, okay.
I
Oh.
did in Birmingham.
Oh, okay, awesome. I know there was
Birmingham.
one. Nice. Yeah, he asked. He was like, "Oh, are you ever gonna maybe?" I'm not sure where he lives, so maybe just if there's one. by
Where do you
him.
live,
So-
sir?
Yes, exactly.
Call in now. I will come.
But yeah, do you have any advice for young actors and actresses starting out?
Well, I would continue your education. But if this is also something you are incredibly passionate about and you just can't get rid of that bug, you have to do it full force. And you can't let yourself have any excuses or beat yourself up. And you just have to keep going and take it to the next level and the next level and not wonder why ever. I mean, you can't,
Oh my
but
gosh,
then
that's
you
hilarious.
gotta let that go and you gotta keep going because it takes years. It really, really does. And you've got to enjoy it. Otherwise, get into business.
Who wants to do that? Ugh, that sounds. No way. Business. Who wants to go to an office every day?
Get into saving lives.
Yeah. No, that would be something nice.
awesome advice.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that.
Honest advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I work on the other side, of in reality. So it's behind the camera, and so yeah, it definitely is you just have to keep going and not look back. If you once you get to that one job, you're like, okay, where's the next? And
Yeah, you
know,
can never
definitely-
stop and really
yeah.
rest on your laurels ever.
Yeah.
And I think that happens with a lot of people in a lot of careers, but for artists especially, we just have to keep moving and keep going.
and just it fuels you creatively too, of
Exactly.
wanting to find out what I'm doing next, or wanting to get that better role, or just moving up in the world. And then my question I had to you was, I said to you,
You have a question?
Yeah, I said, would you want to do a Tessa spin-off Supernatural? Because I did find out that for the fans out there, that Bloodlines is not in. They did like a backdoor pilot for a Supernatural
I
spin-off,
know.
and it wasn't. It's not. I don't know if it's getting picked up.
Oh,
It's kind of.
no.
It's not in their for initial schedule. So I think it's still kind of up in the air if it's gonna
Wow.
get picked up. So
I thought it was a shoo-in.
yeah, I thought.
We
I really
thought
thought
so too. I know Travis and I, we didn't necessarily love it. I think that they can find another spin-off that might do better.
Oh, you guys are all about the Tessa spinoff.
Yeah, huh? Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah,
I
we
said,
would
yeah,
love that.
I think
We
it'd be
want
cool.
a strong
'Cause I was-
female character
Yes.
sticking around and lasting. That's what we're looking
That's
for.
awesome.
And being in the
And you could
supernatural
do it.
world that stays around. Yeah, I was saying
And
that.
she likes killing,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
And she's good-hearted.
Yes.
So she's Sam and Dean mixed together.
Exactly.
This is brilliant. All right, writers, are you
Listen.
listening right now?
Can we put it on FX or something so it's
Yes.
even edgier?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. We'll go. Yeah. CW is good, but we'll go. Yeah, we'll go further with it so it can really. We can
Yeah.
really. I mean, I know you said you don't like all the blood and gore, but if it's gonna be that kind of
I
show,
know.
it's gotta have some
Burn
kind of money.
victims constantly.
Yes.
You said you like acting that way, just not seeing it,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
But I think I was talking. I was like, I think it'd be an awesome just to see. Obviously your character is not there now, but it would definitely be to go back to the. I know they do a lot of origin things now, but to go back to see your character, how you became a Reaper, and go through that whole thing of, how you became that and how you.
Right. Do Reapers
why-
start as Reapers?
Yeah,
Are
uh-huh.
they humans? Are they angels?
Exactly.
Do they move up in the world, down in the world?
Yeah.
I'm
Or
loving
they
that.
travel?
I think we got a good idea here right now.
We
Everyone
can
at
write
home?
it and
Yes.
shoot it
Exactly.
after Buzz TV.
Yes, there we go. Yes, and then we'll pitch it to the Supernatural writers, and then we'll be good. And yeah, all right. See you guys. We're going to
Splendid.
we're going to work on this right
gonna
now.
go work.
We're stepping it up.
Yes, exactly. It's gonna be awesome. we're getting this picked up next year, 2015. Yeah. But yeah, So I think that kind of. Do you have any other things you want to plug out to the fans, or your Twitter and
Twitter, my Lindsay McKeon, and just keep an eye out for my horror film Indigenous.
Nice.
That was in
Ooh.
Tribeca. Now it's going to Cannes to
What's
be
that
sold.
about?
It is about, I think, was it five or six friends that go to Panama on a fun surfing, drinking trip, and
Oh, this is scaring me already.
Doesn't it sound awful?
This is like one of my worst. I was like, this is one of my worst nightmares. It sounds like. All right, so
We meet a local.
Uh-huh.
We're told that there's this sort of magical waterfall, also a chupacabra, and my boyfriend is incredibly curious, so he's like, "Come on, guys, let's go."
See, I would not be that boyfriend. I would not be like. I'd be like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Hanging out on
Stay
the
by the
beach.
pool.
Yeah. You guys. I guess if you want to go ahead, have fun. But yeah.
And then there is a comedy coming out called Flock of Dudes with Ray Liotta, Hilary Duff, a whole
Awesome.
bunch of fun
fun.
people.
Yeah.
So
Sounds like fun.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Awesome. So everyone out there should definitely check all that stuff out.
Yeah, do it.
Any
comes out.
predictions? For,
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
What can I do?
Yeah, she can't. She can't tell us.
So Tessa will come back and she'll have a spin-off. And I'll bring Dean sometimes.
Yeah, they can pop in every once in a while,
Yes.
Yes.
because we're not with Sam and Dean all the time, so who knows what they're doing on their free time. So yeah,
Something big is happening for the season finale.
okay,
Oh goodness, we're so excited.
that's a good tease for next week.
It is.
But yeah, do you have any predictions, Lindsay? We can do predictions. So
I am hoping. Oh, let's see here. You shouldn't have come to me first. Okay, I'm seeing major brawl between Dean and Metatron. I'm definitely seeing Dean and Crowley gearing up together, pushing Sam and Cass away. I'm wondering when Cass's time is going to be up with this Grace. They brought it up in this episode,
just
so I
said he
think
doesn't
this
have
is
that
going to
much
be a major turning point, I think, for him. So that'll be interesting to see.
What happens to him when he loses his grace?
it seems like he dies. That's what I mean.
Is it
yeah.
that he dies
I mean,
or he becomes human?
Well, yeah, he may
Yeah.
become human again.
He may
yeah.
become human again and have to steal somebody else's, but we know it's not going to last. So I think that we've got some big, crazy stuff like that that's going to happen.
I think he's definitely. It seems like he's gonna steal Gadriel's Grace just to have it, and I think, it made it look like at the end that Dean was killing Gadriel because he wanted to kill him, but I think maybe it'll open with Dean saying, "Cass, take his Grace," like he was doing it all. Like it made it look like he was killing him to kill him because he didn't trust him, but he really wanted to do it to help Cass. We'll see what happens with that, but I think it's definitely leading to Sam and Cass, Dean and Crowley, setting up for next season. Dean could be a knight of hell, destroying everybody, which would be awesome. But yeah, all right. So I think that kind of wraps us up for this week.
I think so.
So Lindsay McKeon on Twitter,
Yeah.
and your movies and your spinoff, and we'll be all good.
Thank you.
Lindsay, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Lindsay Wegner, and my blog, lindsaywegner.blogspot.com. Tom, where they
Can find me on Twitter at TomTheCom, and tomorrow night for WWE main event, I will be here. And we want to thank Lindsay
Thank
for
you
being
so
here.
much
It
for
was
coming
so much
in
fun.
and joining us today.
Yeah. And everybody check all her things out and check out her Twitter. And you guys can also check out iTunes for us. Leave comments and our YouTube video.
5 stars.
Yes, 5 stars on iTunes.
Only
Like us on Twitter. And check out all the other AfterBuzz shows too. And we'll see you guys next week for the season finale.
See you guys next week.
What's
Big
gonna
week.
happen? Oh!
Big week. She knows she's going to tell us after.
Yeah. We're going to tweet it out. No, we're not going to.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.